So I made an Akul, the Unrepentant deck, a little over a year ago by now, and I think I saw Velgavoth release and thought to myself how I wanted a cool Rakdos deck. Akul, get it? Yeah, okay, whatever. Akul is a 2 black and 2 red, flying trample, 5/5. He has sacrificed 3 other creatures. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery, and only once each turn. So the idea is to get 3 creatures, probably like tokens, to be able to sacrifice that for big creatures like Artesian of Kozilek. We got Baleful Force. I don't know, like Duskmanger, Demons, whatever, Massacre Worm. Just big, powerful guys. The one more expensive kind of guy I have in here is Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. So some good card draw and all around good control for making people sacrifice things. Then we have a lot of sorceries with, like, I even had Gamble in here. At the time, it was only like $5. I will say I wanted a deck that was probably like around $60 at the time of me making this deck. But a lot of things usually go up over time, like budget decks usually increase in value. All around, though, like, it was a great and spicy deck, but it was hard to play with consistency. Like, overall, I liked it, but knew not to actually build into it since it just wasn't worth some games that I'd be led into. So let's fast forward into 2026. I'm scrolling through my old decks that I made and I like to practice against and use, and Akul was just kind of chilling there. I decided to take another look into him after my friend just brought back a Velgavoth deck to play with a play group last weekend. So I looked through this deck list, and although it was as spicy as I remembered, there were just things that now that I'm more of an experienced deck builder, I can't register why I thought it'd be a good addition besides just thinking budget. Some of these cards that I thought were just good, like Call to the Netherlands and Catharic Reunion, Crawl from the Soul. I had like a bunch of these 1-drops that would just give back a single creature from my graveyard, and that took about 10 card spaces. Overall, it's a nice budget alternative to not get so many big, expensively costed creatures, but all around it just reduced my chances of being able to start a hand with sack outlets and a big creature for Akul, so I immediately took these cards out, especially like Catharic Reunion, which isn't that good. I also took out Gamble, and then we have, like, this just makes getting the necessary resources I need for this deck just much more consistently, because it gives my deck more room to breathe, allowing for easy card replacements like draw and sack outlets and whatnot. Let's just play this deck, or play test this deck right away, to kind of show you how this deck is supposed to work. Let's mulligan here. Not the worst. We have a sack outlet and a search spell, so it's not bad. It could be worse. All right, we can probably keep this hand if we were in an actual game. It's a little risky because we only have 1 mountain. Next turn, we'll do that. We can spend 2 to draw a card and lose a life. And then we amass Orcs 1. Oh, I just pressed past it. All right, so now we got an Orc out, whatever. Next turn, a little rough right now because we don't have a red and we really need an additional red just in case. Although we could... No, let's just wait for that, actually. In all honesty, I'd probably tap 1 and lose another life, and we'd probably use Demonic Council. I love to get the Rakdos guy. Rakdos a patron. He's just a good card draw outlet, and that should probably work out pretty well. So we'll go to next turn, and it's turn 4, so kind of a shame that we have to... We're just going to make 3 dude skis out here. Have to wait in another turn, so turn 5 comes, and it's a shame that we still only have 1 mountain, but it's alright, because we have this. We'd lose another life. Ooh. And then we'd summon a cool, sacrifice the 3, and then probably put Rakdos, Patron of Chaos at this time. I'm assuming we'd pick somebody, like, if you're in a 4-player pod, there's probably going to be somebody that doesn't have much to go off of, and they don't want to sacrifice 2 non-land, non-token permanents, so I'm guessing we draw 2, and if not, we're controlling the board state, so it's a win-win either way. We'll pass turn, though, and draw 2 cards. So then we go to the next turn. I don't know, if somebody did kill Rakdos the Patron, which maybe they did, it was turn 5 in the turn cycle, we still have Forever Young, at least Death Denied, to kind of combat that a little bit. So let's do a mountain. Am I really behind a turn, or did I accidentally go first? I kind of am losing. No, because I got this guy last turn. Did I just miss a land drop? I don't really remember, to be honest. Either way, though, let's look. I mean, depending how bad we wanted to get Runescar Demon, we could do that. Otherwise, we can just do Legmos for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'd have 3 of the last one for Glimpse the Impossible. And we get cards that we can't realistically play unless we probably should have done the Glimpse the Impossible first. Make this guy, these would stay exiled. It would create 3 tokens. We'd exile the or sacrifice the tokens to do Runescar Demon to search for any card we want. Again, it's been a little while since I've actually used this deck. I'd probably go for Baleful Force just because it's a great card draw engine. And then we'd make 2 Eldrazi spawns. Boom, 2 Eldrazi spawns. So as you can kind of see, it has big flying creatures that do a lot of damage, that can do a lot of things in general. It has good board control and kind of decent card draw. But again, this was just kind of inconsistent all around for what I was trying. Anyways, this is kind of the plan though, right? Have just big creatures that control the board state. Anyways, blah blah blah. Yeah. So let's just see like what kind of stuff I did to it afterwards. So now we're as you can see, the whole changes is now we have far more creatures and far less sorceries. We just have more ways to get the 3 creatures on the battlefield. We took a couple of the card draw options that just weren't that good. Have decent card draw like body count, or like Death Denied was staying in there, but all around keeping things that we know is going to card draw or give us decent card draw. We have Obsessive Pursuit, great card addition in here. There are new cards that I put in here that are just great. When this enchantment enters and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. So a little bit of a decent card draw, but what's great about it is whenever you attack, you put X +1/+1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you've sacrificed this turn. And then, if X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Well, Akul is a 5/5, and he's a commander. So having a 8/8 flying trample is great as a commander. 3 attacks and somebody is out, and you're getting 8 life during each attack. Trample damage, it's pretty nuts when you can get the combo consistently to go out. As well as having other additions like, I love, Clive in Ferret's Dominant, just giving you a lot of card draw, because a lot of things do have a lot. I mean, at minimum, with Akul, you're drawing 4 cards, and a lot of the times, like, if you don't have any other draw engine, you're not really having that many cards in your hand in the first place. We also kind of dropped the whole perspective of getting 3 tokens on by turn 3 every single time. I didn't really have that many artifacts, just to make it more consistent and less, against getting board wipe. Not really board wipe, but like more control per se. We just want more access to having more mana to consistently combat being killed more often. So we're taking things a little bit slower and being able to put things like Children Witch, which is a turn 4 play usually, and then we'll get Akul out a turn later, but we're also just cheating these creatures out so early, it doesn't really matter most of the time. We kind of kept the ones that return creatures to the battlefield. So we got Blood for Bones. I put in Dread Return because sacrifice 3 creatures again is like the same kind of thing as Akul, and we're doing that consistently. So it's another great add to add in here. Demonic Council is just great because we have a lot of demons in this deck, and being able to search for any card when the time is right is also really nice. And then we also have more consistent card draws overall, like having better lands. Like we have Castle Lochthwain. Again, sometimes your hand is pretty low, and the chances of you having a swamp on the field is pretty high with this deck. So just having that extra card draw is pretty nice. We also have Sorcerer Secundi, Void Altar. Sad that it enters tap, but it's not that big of a deal if it's one of the first lands you play. Again, getting to the 12 plus is not that bad when most of your creatures are like 6s or 7s or whatever order. We got some 8s. Like you can get the station effect pretty fast and easily, and being able to draw those cards is also really nice. We have more artifacts overall, and again we have a couple more Eldrazi's in here, and this is a budget friendly one still, like going around for more like $80 budget mark, and it's actually bracket too. There's no game changers in here. If you want to go a little harder, obviously add the better Eldrazi's, add better creatures overall that are a little bit more expensive in general, but like If That Betrays would be amazing adds. Getting more sacrificing a creature to search your library is amazing. Terror of the Peaks would be good. Like just all these Valgavoth is amazing. Like you can cheat out so many good other creatures, but again we're trying to keep the price point a little low because it's supposed to be a budget kind of a bracket too. But we really, like, if you wanted to upgrade this deck, it'd be pretty easy. Like even getting Grave Pact in here would just be absolutely nasty in here. Like, there's so many little ads that you could do, not little ads, but like, if you're trying to go for a better deck overall, it's pretty easy to upgrade this deck to be absolutely filthy. So let's play test this to see how consistent it is. I mean, it did work out when we play tested the old one, but to be honest, it's just not that consistent to do. This isn't really that bad of a hand. We do have Siege Gain Lieutenant, and we do have a Command Tower. We're most likely going to get into a Swamp, so I suppose we could keep this hand. Okay, that's even better. Yeah, I mean, I would have kept it, but let's go to next turn. Wow, that's actually kind of spicy. We'll go with Obsessive Pursuit, lose a life, create a clue token. Next turn. Ooh, we have a Dark Ritual, so we could do something kind of spicy, but we can probably wait just in case. We'll probably just pass the turn and sacrifice this. We're going to get another one soon anyways. Draw a card. We're going to lose another life. Next turn. Wow, another mountain, huh? That's kind of a shame, but doesn't matter that much. I guess we could just prepare, get Siege Lieutenant, chill for this turn. It is just turn 4. Create another whatever. Ooh, wow, like this is just kind of crazy. Let's play a mountain, I suppose. We'll play a Dark Ritual off of this, so we'll create 3 red mana, or 3 black mana, my bad. Use 2 of that and 2 of this. We still have a black to make a cool come out. We still have 2 left. I guess we could just do a Thought Vessel, because why not with the mana that we have. Goes to combat. We'll have these 3 dudes kind of show off, and then we'll probably sack all of that. Now, this is kind of like where you're looking at the boards and like, okay, I think Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, is just a great guy to have. Like, as I stated earlier, you're probably gonna get the draw 2 cards, and if not, you're making them sacrifice 2 non-token permanents, so it's great anyways. Ulamog's Dreadsire, just getting a 10-10 Vigilance on the field that creates more 10-10s is also pretty fire. If you need to destroy something, I guess you could. This one's kind of a weird one, just for 1 destroy. I guess it's alright. We'd probably go with Rakdos, the Patron of Chaos. Sometime in between doing that, we'd probably crack a clue token, but let's just say we draw 2 cards. Now we get that. Then we'd also sacrifice 1 of the clue tokens that we have to draw an additional card. Goes to next turn. Awesome. I mean, as you can kind of see, this is going really good. Now we're going to have 3 of the dudes. We're going to sacrifice 3 of them. I guess we can get Ulamog's Dreadsire. Again, if you want to kill something, go for it. So now that we have this, we'll go into combat. Obsessive Pursuit will trigger. We'll get the Akul trigger, so he'll get +3/+3 and lifelink. So now we have an 8/8 flying trample. We have a 6/6 flying trample, and we have a 10-10 vigilance just to be chilling with us that we can tap next turn after we attack with it to get another 10-10. As you can see, like attack and we get 8 life back, which I mean we lost about like 4 life so far, so we get 4 overall, and we can kind of keep this up. We have burn the house down, so we can summon this next turn anyways. And then we can crack more clue tokens to just kind of keep getting us more cards to draw into so we can keep getting more control. All around, it's just a lot more consistent. I've been loving Akul. I actually might make this deck in real life, and over time I might put some more work into it, put some more elbow grease into it, and make it just a filthy deck. But this is one of the decks I just wanted to show off that like check your old decks out that you have maybe online, or maybe that you haven't looked at in a year or so, that you just have kind of chilling around. Because there are a lot of new cards that you can add into it to make it just way more consistent, and having this more of an experience building aspect, you can really just make your old decks kind of shine off, especially like, again, like having this new land or having Clive that helps you draw more cards. Because like, again, is he actually $8 right now? There's no shot. Hold up, let's check this out. Actually, can I if he's dominant, $2? So why does it say he's so expensive? Like, well, not expensive, but like, he ain't no $8, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, yeah, so like, this is actually definitely a lower amount. And again, like, this is technically bracket 2. I don't have any game changers in here or anything, so this is a pretty chill, all around great deck to just kind of have like a good time with consistency. Like, this is also kind of a bracket 2 deck. I mean, this was before brackets really came out. That's why I had the gamble, and gamble was like $5 at the time. But like, all around, this just was hard to play past turn 6 because you just had nothing, and people probably had some kind of kill spells. But this one has more of a bounce back. It just has a lot more consistency, getting better hands, so you don't have to take such aggressive mulligans. I've been liking Akul, might make the deck, I don't know, let me know what you guys think of this. I'll probably put this in the deck description. Just looking at older decks, just put a little bit of elbow grease and work into, it's a lot of fun, and it makes me realize, like, even though my original idea for this deck didn't work out as well as I thought, the idea overall is still a great and fun deck. So, I don't know. I guess that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.